Hi Star Family, thank you guys so much for joining me here for your reading. This is a super exciting message because what was coming through was that these next steps you're about to take is going to lead to a world beyond your imagination, and your imagination has been giving you foresight into your destiny before it unfolds, but it's been only a preview of life's upcoming. So it's been a preview of what's to come, and it's almost like a trailer or a small snippet or glimpse into the full culmination of what actually came to be that you're going to witness the becoming of. So there's something around expect to receive so much more than I'm hearing, like you've just been receiving like little like treats. Okay, there's something about like you've been receiving little hints or glimpses, right? This could be about like feelings, it could be about like visions, it's positive synchronicities, all right, but there's something around it's like a trail, you know, that you're being, I'm hearing breadcrumbs, all right, yeah, it's like you're receiving, like you've been receiving breadcrumbs of the whole loaf. And actually bread in this deck, it talks about a period of prosperity, all right, and abundance. So a lot of you, this could be about like actual money, because when you talk about like making bread, there could be something about new professional, I'm hearing even alliances that are coming in during this time, or just like professional and personal and spiritual growth during this time as a whole. But yeah, just get ready, right? There's something about like being able to break bread. But yeah, with whatever this is, I feel like you're walking into like a new life. There's something about you entering into a new atmosphere, and it's like you're just gonna land in this new plane of existence, and everyone's gonna be like, whoa, where did you come from? And this could be something that you guys are creating, it could be some kind of form of expression, it could be like risks that you're taking during this time, it could be like a high risk, high reward situation. Fifth house is also referred to like self-employment. The Queen of Wands energy too, with the Hermit, is almost like the Hermit stepping into the spotlight, right? You guys are going to be in this, I'm hearing like you're like this celestial light body, and people are going to be gravitating towards the things that you're doing, okay? And the other message that was coming through is that you're basically following this cosmic roadmap, right? That is guiding you towards a celestial jackpot. And what I was seeing earlier was you guys working with like your part of fortune, but it's where the universe really supports you in I'm hearing like the attainment of certain goals, right, or milestones, or accomplishments that you also had intended to come here to experience, all right? But there's something around like stepping into your dharma. So as you consciously begin to create and cultivate the life experience that you want for yourself, and I'm hearing become the architect of your own destiny, there's something around instantaneous acceleration, because the universe is like, yes, 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 like more of this. I'm hearing this is what you've been designed to do. So a lot of you, it's just coming back to your birthright of being a pure sovereign creator in your experience, right? And I'm hearing not everybody is going to continue to be a part of your experience too, all right? There's something around that. um yeah, I feel like you're also someone that mysteriously comes in and out of people's lives, but you have like a very big impact. So there's something about like the impact that you're supposed to have. It could be through something that you're doing, but it's super effortless, okay? So I'm going to open up with some astral travel messages. The first scene, I call it the universe literally hands you a new lifeline. So this is you guys answering the call to a new life. And I saw broken car windows. So car windows are usually referred to like first house elements. And I'm hearing also third house elements, because that's also vehicles. So there could be something that you're kind of communicating that changes the way that, or something I'm hearing that you're learning, okay, with third house, that changes the way that you see yourself. And this has an immediate impact on the personal relations around you. And it also, yeah, impacts the way that people see you. So this could be new personal attributes, new personal beliefs that you guys are holding about yourself, and I'm hearing the goals you're able to attain. Also connections to Mars, so things that you want to actually take action towards, things that motivate you, things that drive you, and I'm hearing things that either going to drive you or motivate you, and deplete you, or they're going to, yeah, there's something about removing like diminishing returns, but things are even either going to like deplete you or drain you or revitalize you. So learn to distinguish the difference between the two. And anyway, it talks about like personal, professional, spiritual growth, right? That it symbolizes the need to change something in your life. In feng shui, it talks about like, you know, clearing up stagnant energy. In Buddhism, it basically talks about the shattering of illusions, especially in like Native American beliefs as well. It usually is about the shattering of illusions. In Buddhism, it shows like everything is impermanent. So it's allowing yourself to go through basically that transformation and yeah, letting go of like attachment. So a lot of you, first house is also connected to like your identity. So maybe a lot of you are breaking out of an old archetypal mold, right? Maybe the things that I'm hearing writ off that you would never do previously are the very things that you're going on to do now. And I'm hearing these things that you dismissed, but it's like you're changing this pure knowing in regards to the things that I'm hearing like well equipped to go on to achieve. All right, there's something about knowing that the universe is supporting you with this, especially as you follow your heart's desires, because fifth house is linked to like your pure creative life force and being able to pay attention. I'm hearing being mindful of where your mind is at, towards where your energy goes, because that's going to be energy in motion. All right. Okay, so there's something about like the emotional input, okay, or the bioelectrical charge that you have towards certain thoughts and being able to take action on that to collapse it through space-time. But there's something about your reinforcing your highest timelines, right? That's almost what I'm seeing. All right, yeah. And you're removing every other like distraction, okay? And this could even be like your own self-limiting beliefs in some way, because with Buddhism, it basically talks about, again, basically releasing even like old belief systems that are holding you back, okay? It also talks about that in the Native American transcripts, I'm hearing transmissions. So this serves as like a major catalyst for you guys. So there's like a huge catalyst that's happening in your life, and you're utilizing that catalyst as a form of transformation. And this could be like any destabilization that's happening in your life or has happened. I'm hearing it's giving you an opportunity to write a new story, right? But it's almost like you're releasing things, not to just release, but to make room for the new. Okay, that's what these three trilogies have in common. Okay, so scene 2, I call it God shines a light on your purpose, path, and soul's highest expression. So you guys were doing tarot on like this high platform in the sky. You were flying, which is about freedom, liberation, and you also had a solar return. So solar returns usually show, again, like birthdays in the metaphysical realm as well. So it usually points towards celebrations coming away, things that you're going to be able to celebrate, especially in regards to the sun, is usually about, I'm hearing like new locations, new milestones that you're hitting in the tarot. Also shows like success on a soul level and coming back to your pure soul's innocence. And I'm hearing like essence. Okay, so there's something about being a natural creator and being able to step back into that creator mode instead of just being a passive observer of your recipient of your reality. So it shows that you're gonna be basically receiving some kind of good fortune that's coming away. And it also shows something within your psyche is being illuminated, okay? So it shows you could be changing your approach to a situation, maybe just to life in general, but it reminds me of like sun in the 8th house. So this could be something being illuminated in regards to the intersection of the soul and the physical vessel, and I'm hearing allowing them to move forward as one vehicle, okay? And it reminds me of a 6 of Cups energy. So 6 of Cups is sun in Scorpio in the tarot, and it basically talks about a new chapter. It talks about like soul contracts. It talks about the past and being able to not allow it to define you, but instead like refine you and realize that all that has been is not all that has to be, and it's never too late to rewrite your story. Okay, it's never too light to rewrite your story. So it's like God could be shining a purpose on that right now in regards to it's never too light. And there's something about like optimism here. Like, don't feel like you're being overly optimistic about what could be, because I'm hearing anything goes during this time, which is funny. But anyway, this is about a new chapter for personal, professional, spiritual growth. And some lady, she really like distrusted this process for you for some reason, and she was almost getting the cards wet. So cards are about divination. It's also about, again, like 8th house energy, right? It's about your connection to your soul. It's about the connection to your psyche, and the esoteric knowledge that you hold. So it's almost like it's not that you don't see things that people can, it's that you can see a layer of this reality that they cannot. And I'm hearing that's what leaves you being in a totally different atmosphere. So this could be like a time dilation bubble that you guys have as you enter into like this time matrix and surf through the illusion of time and just walk into your desired plane of existence, and suddenly everyone's like, whoa, how did you just teleport from here to here? It's like you're moving through a wormhole, right? But there's something about like quantum time manipulation here, and you being able to collapse something into a very short time frame where it's going to seem like you have literally just being, I'm hearing, granted like a miracle in some way, like miracles have just happened to you, but they haven't seen all of the internal, it's like the trip to the underworld, right? Or like the internal work that took place for you to even, I'm hearing, um be allowed entrance or access to these new timelines. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, and I got a notification about creating is essential. Okay, so creating is essential during this time for you guys. I also saw a full moon in the sky, and you guys were basically the full moon, and everyone was witnessing your moon maiden energy. So we'll go ahead and read the moon maiden card. And others wanted to capture your lightning in a bottle, and you were able to rise to the occasion just unfadingly as the moon does. And I'm hearing the sun and the moon and the truth are three things that can never really hide for long. So there's something around you're gonna see the truth, especially in regards to, I'm hearing like what's in your orbit during this time, the intentions of things being in your orbit, but you're going to be basically a magnet during this time. Okay, you're going to be a magnet, and you're going to invoke a lot of different emotional responses from people, and you're going to be able to see where they're rooted within. Okay, all right, there's something around that, and it's going to come to the surface in like very unconscious ways. So there's something about, you're going to see not people change, but you're going to see like the real them. All right, and it does show like shedding lights on aspects of yourself that need attention, and it could be something also coming full circle. So this could be like a project nearing completion, and it also is a symbol for divine protection and guidance in your life too, and also like gut feelings that you may have about people, situations, things that you want to take chances on. I'm hearing things that you feel like are worth the trade-off. Maybe this is like the old life for the new one. So yeah, let's go ahead and read the moon maiden energy 41. And there was also another card that I was seeing here, which we're going to get into. So Moon Maiden is about new ideas, curiosity. The Moon Maiden offers you a new beginning, a new face, and a new facet of yourself that's aching to be shown to the world. Those qualities that you've been quietly cultivating are ready for the limelight. The secrecy was important, for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now's the time to come forward in full splendor. Announce a new you to yourself first, reveal it slowly to the world like the waxing moon. Allow others to be surprised by how mature and grown up this side of you is. Now's the time to set yourself free. The Moon Maiden belongs only to herself, and she's summoning the parts of you that challenge convention and refuse to be intimidated, and that cannot be tamed or put inside of a golden cage. The Moon Maiden invites you to shine with your light and to have a radiant curiosity, right? And to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this is so? Question everything others assume is a given, and do not collude with the drama around you. Become an unpredictable yet an eminently reliable friend. The Moon Maiden invites you to answer to yourself and yourself only, and reminds you that you're not anyone's property. Be true to your soul's callings, even if some around you in a relationship or job want to capture your lightning inside of a bottle. You know how to rise to the occasion just unfailingly as the moon does. When the time comes, you return to darkness and become enshrouded in mystery until you're ready to return. So there's something about like really not announcing this necessarily. I feel like a lot of you, your silence is going to be deafening during this time, and your actions are going to be the things that speak 1,000 words. And there's something around people are just going to see like this full moon, right? This could be about the completion of a project. It could be about the publishing of something. It could be about like a final performance of some kind. But they haven't like seen all the work that's been done on the back end too. And this could be about integrating your own shadow for a lot of you, because I'm hearing like, don't be like, don't be fooled by this pretty view, because even the moon has a dark side too. So there's something about you being able to use your shadow like as to your advantage in some way, and maybe this is knowing like how you need to protect yourself. So I feel like you have that again balance between the masculine and feminine principles, because you have a lot of sun energy here too. So that could be significant. And then scene 3, I call it against all odds, you succeed and become the embodiment of your higher self in physical form. So against all odds, basically you guys succeed, and everybody's going to watch this success or witness it. So it started with a scene in lockdown. So it shows times of like uncertainty, confinement, and maybe it entails like where you're feeling trapped or isolated or restricted in some way. And it could show like a lack of control over like a particular aspect of your life. And I feel like a lot of you, this was like a rite of passage. Maybe it's like being called and having this intuitive nudge to like follow your heart's desires, but not being sure like how everything's going to unfold for you. But it's almost like as you do that, the universe reveals its secrets to you in regards to how it's going to support you on this path that you're walking. And I'm hearing you're going to see like things just appear beneath your feet. Whereas there were other people who were basically being controlled, right? It was like the masses that were being controlled. They had no Wi-Fi. So I feel like this is like no connection or spiritual hotline or, connection to the higher self, if you will. And they had TV on that was like programming them. And it was an attempt to instill fear. So this could be people that operate in fear. Okay, I feel like again there's just like a blockage, and it's because they haven't cultivated that strong sense of self-love, okay, and self-trust. Instead, I'm seeing like again big anger energy from the solar plexus, which is almost like the coward's revenge for being intimidated. So this could be people again like being fearful because you hold in abundance whatever it is they lack within themselves. And again, coming back to first house, that's also like a mirror energy, so you could be the mirror that really makes people see themselves. Yeah, that's almost what I get. And yeah, you knew that things would be very different this time around because you weren't going to I'm hearing allow people to put you inside of a box, right, or confine you, because that box or cage, even if it was golden, is invented by people who are afraid, right? No matter how nice they try to make staying in your comfort zone seem, it's almost like you've outgrown that. Maybe it was once comforting for you, right? Maybe certain environments, maybe certain ways of operating within the world, but it's not optimal for your highest navigation. Okay, there's something around that. So you felt so much discomfort within a situation that you just had to break free, right? I'm seeing like, God made, birds are safe inside of a cage, right? But that's not what God made birds for. So it's almost like you're breaking free. And I'm hearing like it's a song by Queen as well. So there's something about you're moving very strategically in this game of life. Like there's an intricate number of complex moves that you can make, and you're being very intentional when it comes to your actions, because that cause is going to have an effect. And I'm hearing that action is going to cause a reaction, and it's going to lead to a new sequence of events being unlocked in your life that will lead to a very specific, unique outcome that you want to be able to experience. So this could be about shifting your continuums, right? Shifting your timelines and certain quantum jumps that you want to make, even if people I'm hearing feel like it's far-fetched, right? Okay, so there's something around that, because I'm again that you've received this preview, right? It's like you've received this preview of like what's to come, and it's only like a very small glimpse, but that glimpse alone is I'm hearing like enough to keep you whole. Okay, it's enough to like keep you whole. No one can I've seen like the divine blaze card right now as well, like the radical acceptance. So like people may try to douse your fire and leave you choking on the smoke because they have not been consumed by that divine blaze that's consuming you. Okay, so there's something about you like there's something around you just in this level of excitement and acting on your highest excitement. It's like I'm seeing like a child in the world as well, like this child, and their imagination is, I'm hearing like endless, right? I'm hearing it knows no limits. So there's something around that, right? Compared to like people with limiting beliefs, it's almost like you're not accepting that as your own. I'm hearing like two truths can be true at one time, so it's holding space for that paradox. Maybe this is true for them based on the way that they interpret reality, but where people see impossible, your shift of perspective is that you see the words I'm possible. So there's something about two truths can be true at one time. It just depends on how you want to perceive reality, right? So again, because they're cut off from the higher self in some way, your biggest filter perception is the crown chakra. So it's almost like you're navigating this experience as a sovereign creator, and not someone that just exists to like serve the illusion. Instead, you're having the illusion serve you, and I'm hearing you're shaping the illusion, right, and molding the illusion to serve you and the things that you want to be able to experience on a soul level. So one operates from fear, whereas the other one operates from love. All right, so there's something around that. And then also you guys were sitting on a unicycle at this point and you were trying to maintain some kind of balance. So this could have been you juggling between continuums. This could have been like a hobby, right, that you're trying to cultivate and turn into a career. Maybe this is about your purpose guiding everything that you do. And at any point in time, your life is going to be up in the air. And I was seeing like the dancers in 1 foot for this. So I'm going to go ahead and read this card for you. But 9 is about major completions. This also could be leading you towards 2025 in the numerical 9 year. But 9 is about balancing act, resourcefulness, and saying yes to life, which reminds me of the movie, again, like Yes Man, where Jim Carrey, he basically talks about, saying yes to new life's invitations, right? Again, saying yes to this new paradigm, to this new lifeline. and it basically transforms his life in such dramatic ways, but also knowing that not everything that calls for his attention is for him to answer, because I'm hearing like some things are going to be a call for love, right? People that operate from fear and project that exaggerated emotion is like a call for love, and I'm hearing a call for you to stay the same, because your ambition and motivation may intimidate many, right? Because I'm seeing like a Two of Pentacles and somebody on it like a unicycle, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, like, why don't you ride like a normal bike, right? Or why don't you walk like a normal person, like normal, you know? And people could see you as very weird, but somebody that's weird, you know, the acronym and energetic signature behind it is somebody that knows how to control their fate or destiny. So it's almost like, again, this is someone that shapes their destiny. So yeah, people could see you as like very weird or label you as like a certain way, but it's almost like just it you know, there's something around that specifically for you guys. Okay, let me go ahead and continue. So when dances on one foot shows up, you're being called to find a new balance. Just as a dancer moves gracefully into each pose, no matter how precautiously balanced a step might seem, you might bring equanimity to a situation before you. No matter how thorny or difficult a relationship seems, if you're putting too much effort into managing your life, work, relationship, family, and digital media, you're missing the point. You have to be dancing while juggling your entire life, knowing that at any one time, half of it is going to be up in the air. And I'm hearing sacrifice. It's like you were willing to sacrifice certain things that others just weren't. And it's not that you're doing too much or that you find it impossible to catch up. Rather, it's that you're confusing readiness with preparation. And I'm hearing like you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Okay, so you will never ever feel fully prepared for all of the challenges in life. So you guys said yes to something, or at least you are, even if like the fear's there. It's like you're facing your fears, right? And fear is just like false evidence appearing real, right? So you can be ready to say yes to a new invitation the universe has to offer you. So I feel like you guys are making friends with the unknown. Life is in a state of yes to spirit and no to everything not infused with life, romance, vitality, and the sacred. You'll be surprised by how quickly your load lightens when you hold true to this lesson. You are challenged now to work with the resources available to you and not to be seduced by the belief, if I only had more. Life has provided you with everything that you need to accomplish your goals and fulfill your mission. When it feels like you're losing your balance, do not contract, holding your arms close to your chest, for you will fall. Instead, reach out and extend them fully, saying yes to Spirit's steadying hand. So it's almost like I'm hearing like people are just seeing you ride the unicycle, right? And they're seeing you do this effortlessly, but they didn't see all like the practice that it took to like actually maintain this balance. So a lot of you, this is like maybe like a work-life balance, you know, maybe it's about your professional life, maybe it's about your goals, the things that you're wanting to attain. But yeah, the energy that was coming through was that it's almost like fifth house elements, right? This could be something that you're publishing, it could be something that you're, you know, it's like a performance of some kind. It's something that you're expressing and something that people are witnessing. And it gives me a vibe of you kind of on a stage. I'm hearing like, and you found yourself a star, right? But you're like in a daze, and suddenly there's all these like bright lights, and people just see you do something effortlessly here. And it's like how we were talking about in our last reading. If you do like yoga or calisthenics or like aerial dances or just any kind of like performative work, this is just like a description of how things feel for you. So people just see this brilliant performance, and if you ever have performed, then you'll know that nobody really knows you mess up unless like you show that. But there's something about you're able to like maintain this graceful, I'm hearing like transition, right? And it looks just effortless. The way that you do something is effortless. I don't know if you guys have done like aerial work or anything like that, or even like yoga poses, or like again like calisthenics. It looks so easy when you look from an outside perspective, but the internal like point of view from your guys' perspective is like, you know, this took a lot of dedication, it took a lot of sacrifice, right? It took a lot of investment in yourself, investment in the things that you want to do, and it's not easy whatsoever, but you've been able to build becoming great at something because you started before. You didn't wait to get great to start, you know. It's that type of energy. So people don't see all the work that took place in the background, and I'm seeing like this is why people are really gonna love you, because I'm seeing like people like clap and like an audience cheer, and people go on to talk to you afterwards in regards to something you're publishing, something that you're completing. I'm hearing something that's nearing completion. and they never would have even known that's how you felt, you know? It gives me that energy, like you're falling gracefully, and it's like you're following your heart's desires, even though it could feel scary to some kind of degree. The universe is revealing its secrets to you. And I feel like there's just that level of authenticity where you're like, oh my gosh, girl, or oh my gosh, boy, you don't even know the half of it. Like, I was actually feeling this in this way. It's like, I never would have even known, you know? It gives me that type of energy. So there's something around like your authenticity, and it's not something that you're even trying to hide. It's just something that, yeah, it's like painful, but you make something look like so just pleasing, you know? Maybe this is about how you've taken your pain and like transmuted that, you know? It's become your greatest superpower. And I'm hearing ally, okay? Maybe again, this is like your shadow aspect. Okay, and then also unicycles show like a marriage or wedding that's coming away. So this could be certain contracts that are going to benefit you, okay, when it comes to your professional life. This could definitely be your business, if you guys do have one, or you're thinking about creating one. And it also shows like you're balancing a number of situations in your waking life. Okay, so this could be like a 9 to 5 with like a side hustle, again with 2 of coins, but it's like you're kind of living a double life in some ways with the 2 of coins. That's almost what it gives me. And people haven't seen like all the work that you've been putting into this other project or something that you're cultivating, maybe like goals or aspirations. But it does show that, again, in order to achieve these personal goals, it's necessary to like commit yourself to whatever this is, or take a chance on whatever this is, to fulfill and achieve future objectives. So it's like a decision that you're making now that benefits your future self in some way. It's like the action that you're taking now creates these ripples through the space-time continuum that you're able to intersect and then ride the wave of momentum. So it's like whatever you were carrying in terms of responsibilities are going to end up carrying you, okay, forward. And if you think about coins as well, it leads to like a 9 of coins energy. So this could be like a talent, gift, skill, or ability that you spent time actually like, you know, mastering in some ways, that led to you becoming super self-sufficient, or at least does. But people just see that 9 of coins energy, right? They don't see the Ace of Coins where you had to wipe the slate clean in some aspect of your life, right? They didn't see the 2 of Coins where you were really, you know, I'm hearing like, you know, picking a struggle. It's that type of energy. And that led to that 3 of Coins and that level up, right? And maybe it was something that you guys were keeping to yourself with 4 of Coins. 5 of Coins was probably you guys like realizing, you know, there's certain things and people that I feel like are just like leading me with diminishing returns, and it's time to like really focus on this one continuum. I'm hearing like put it all on the line. There's something about you put everything on the line. Yeah, the things that you do to get to this place, like people wouldn't even believe, okay? There's something around that, and it wasn't instantly gratifying, okay? But it leads to like an effect, all right? 6 of Coins is like karmic credit, right, for following this path. 7 of Coins is almost like, again, the universe supporting you, but it's not instantly gratifying, but you know that it leads you towards the, I'm hearing, final objective, all right? And then I also saw like a bomb. So this could be like ticking time bombs, right? Where, again, your ambition, your motivation to go on and do these things on your own sovereign journey leads to others being intimidated, and any relationships that limit you in any way or attempt to will fracture. So you guys realized that you couldn't change or impart anything on these individuals. You tried to press the button and it went from 3, 2, and then you pressed it again. You were like, you paused it on 1, and you were like, you know what, this is just a situation that I'm hearing is too hot to handle. And I'm hearing like hot potatoes. So it's something that you're like, no, I'm not holding this. It's uncomfortable. Like, I'm passing your suffering back to you. Like, I'm not holding on to your opinion. Like, it's not for me to carry, you know. There's something around that. And you failed to detonate it, right? Like, you couldn't change the situation or impart anything on anyone. So you just decided to create as much distance between you and it. So this could be certain people, right? But it's almost like there's like an old paradigm that you've like distanced yourself from. And dreaming of bombs again show like explosions, repressed feelings or emotions that come to the surface. It usually is anger, which again is like the coward's revenge for being intimidated. So this could be like anger that, right, I'm hearing, rears its ugly head in very unconscious ways, like unresolved emotions within others that come to the surface in ways that are unbeknown to them, but you can see very clearly why you could be triggering, I'm hearing, their wounds of stagnancy, okay? Because you're going to mirror a contrast to them. I'm hearing what you hold in abundance is what other people lack within themselves. And I feel like this is mainly about like your sovereignty. It's like you walk alone on your path and you're okay with doing that. You know, I'm seeing like you walk alone knowing that you're never truly alone. yeah, it's like I'm hearing you walk alone, not in a state of lack, but in a state of whole. Whereas other people may see that as a state of lack. So there could be something about like codependency. It's like you don't really depend on anyone. Maybe like this is other people's acceptance, right? Other people's permission, right? It's like you rise to the occasion unfailingly as the moon does. You walk forward with integrity is the main thing. Your actions always align with your belief systems and your values. You don't, I'm hearing talk, I'm hearing there's a whole lot of talk and not a lot of action with other people's ends. So there's something about that. Yeah, which is super interesting. Yeah. Okay, so it does show like a destructive force, and this could be people's anger trying to self-sabotage you. And I'm hearing like if they couldn't join you, they're now going to try to beat you. So with bombs, it usually shows basically situations that you can't really walk around. It shows you guys were on a unicycle and you went into a puddle, right? You're trying to go over the situation, you're trying to go around it, you're trying to go under it, but you know you had to end up going through it in the end. And you fell into a deep puddle in your unicycle, but you managed to kind of like ride it back uphill. So it does show that you're taking care of your reputation, okay, to avoid like any slip ups. This is something that you guys can prevent instead of trying to reverse. So this is where other people may, I'm hearing like try to set invite you. I'm just seeing like a booby trap kind of situation. Like people may try to sabotage you in some way, and I'm hearing it's in ways that they self-sabotage themselves. Because I'm hearing their attention could just be diverted towards creating their life, but there's something around again like just it's very very interesting here. Instead they're really focused on whatever it is that you're doing, and it gives them like an illusion of control in some ways. But it does show that again you're like it's not about the curveballs that get thrown your way, but it's how you handle them. And the way that you guys are going to handle this is with a different type of level of maturity, especially spiritually, right? Realizing that you're not the physical body, you're not the, you know, physical events, but instead you're the timeless consciousness that navigates this experience. So it's almost like you're not taking this personally, you're just seeing it as something that's vibrationally happening, and it's where other people are at an internal war within themselves, and you guys are realizing that, like, you know, life is too short to spend another day at war with yourself by staying connected to people that I'm hearing are just like such a dissonance, okay, such a dissonance. And puddles are like minor setbacks or disappointments. I feel like you're more just like disappointed than anything. It just shows like nuances that you can avoid essentially. So I feel like your only response to disrespect or like a five of swords energy is absence, okay. It reminds me of like you guys are, you know, this warrior and you can be on the battlefield, but you choose to stay in the garden of Venus, right, and smell the roses. Whereas there's other gardeners that have no business being at war, but they may try to attempt to sway you on the battlefield, but like you're putting your sword down now, you know, you're realizing there's no more fighting the situation, there's no more resisting it, because what you resist persists. There's something about radical acceptance for people operating in the way that they do, and accepting them for who they are and how they operate in a way that they may not be able to do for themselves yet. So it's like you're able to hold space for that paradox. That's almost what it gives me. And things that you used to trip over, you're going to end up walking over now, because again, you didn't even fall off your unicycle or based on these sabotaging moments. It's like instead you just like rid over it. Scene 4, I call it this is your birthright. So you guys basically you did make it through this museum tunnel, so you did end up actually going through it. You realized that you couldn't go like around it in any type of way, and there was a gatekeeper at the front of the museum that ended up letting you in because the passcode was a vibrational frequency, which I feel like is unconditional love for yourself and others. Unconditional love is saying, hey, I see you as you are, I accept you as you are, I forgive you, right? I don't move forward with the burden of a grudge on my own heart. Instead, I'm living in my truth and my pure authenticity and my soul's highest expression, and I'm not trying to change or impart anything on you. But I forgive you, but that forgiveness does not always require reconnection. So I feel like yeah, I'm hearing hey now, hey now. This is what dreams are made of, right? So it's like you guys are just following your dreams. It's just like, hey, that's, you know, that's disappointing, but it's cool, you know, it's not even personal. It tells you more about them than it does about you. That's what I'm hearing. And yeah, so you were granted access to this new timeline because of that, okay. Because I'm hearing you didn't allow your heart to harden like others had intended you to. And I'm hearing like your kindness and still speaking kind words is going to dispel the fog of gossip, and also your love will dissolve the heart's envy, okay. So this is like, yeah, there's something around that, because I'm seeing like the toad and the scorpion right now. So this is people that, if given the opportunity, will attempt to sabotage you, and they're okay with like taking you down with them. They have no issue with that. Okay, so you guys made it through a tunnel, which is like a rite of passage, which again is right after the Five of Swords moment, where you're no longer saying yes to others to like reduce yourself or meet people where they are. Instead, like you're focusing on a Six of Swords energy, so you're going through a rite of passage. I'm hearing your karmic clearing, and yeah, you're saying no to like that agent, right? In that way, right? To do those same dances is what I'm seeing. So yeah, you're almost clearing space to make room for the new. That's what a Six of Swords energy is. But it requires you to move into the unknown, right? And you're no longer saying yes to others at the expense of saying no to yourself, okay? You're no longer reducing yourself, okay, to be accepted or to try to allow people to, yeah, to seek acceptance. That's almost what I get, because it compromises your integrity in the process. If you need a witness to your own growth, be your own, okay? And I'm hearing like your embodiment is going to lead to people witnessing the things that you go on to do. And a tunnel usually shows a journey, transition, a new phase in life, a change in direction, a passage through a difficult time, and recovering something from your unconscious. So in this tunnel, there was a museum, which is about historical items and values that are stored. So something valuable, there's something valuable that you're gaining from this experience. This is about knowledge that you gain through experience, and being able to apply that knowledge is what wisdom is. So there's something about extracting that wisdom, right? Extracting that and being able to actually implement that into your life. And I'm hearing like being the walking embodiment of everything that you have learned to date. And you guys were on like a quest, so this shows like basically career growth, okay, for a lot of you. And also like there's something about growth when it comes to your reputation in some ways, because I've got connections to 10th house. And as you walk through the museum, you began to enjoy everything that was on the walls, okay? So a lot of you, like, the writing is on the wall with whatever this is, when it comes to being really clear about how this has allowed you to, I'm hearing like exercise some kind of spiritual agility in some ways. And it shows your psyche as well. So this is like the intersection between the soul and the physical vessel, and they're moving as one, okay? They're moving as one through this tunnel and this rite of passage. This is like you looking at your life through the eyes of the soul and seeing everything through like frequency and vibration. And yeah, it also shows how far you've come throughout your previous incarnations. So maybe this is like where you've said yes to others, or you've allowed others to kind of, I'm hearing not even allowed others, but like convince yourself that you have to stay inside of a cage in some way. I feel like these are things that you've kind of suppressed or oppressed over lifetimes, and this is a lifetime where you're really sharing your gifts with the world in some way, despite what other people may think or what they may say. And it usually shows like an inanimate object. Maybe this is like a memory or emotion that you've buried deep inside of your psyche that's activating. I feel like it's a past life memory or ability or skill or talent, again, you're cultivating and like reinstalling. And it shows upcoming changes in personal life and career and finding a place to belong. Scene 4, I call it you're a magnet, and this next phase is unbelievable, okay? Unbelievable. So there was a bunch of bees coming and towards you, and they were very attracted towards you. There was like a whole huge swarm of bees. And if you guys actually remember, it's really funny because we do have the Queen of Wands here too, and we did a live reading. I'll link it down below. And in that meditation, we were talking about how you guys had this creative life force, right? We were breaking our karmic contracts there, which were the bundle of sticks, and there was a bunch of bees that were attracted towards you, and the queen bee came and had everybody, all the bees, to collect your pollen in their pollen basket, and then something that you were doing like just cross-pollinated. And it's not even something that you were necessarily seeking, you were just focusing on like embodying your full potential, blossoming into your full potential. This could be like a talent, gift, score, ability, and suddenly everybody is like attracted towards you because of it. So again, it's like your aura. And you managed to get all these bees off. You were like really overwhelmed by this, so you jumped inside of a pool. So bees show like good fortune, happiness, and indicator that good is coming into your life. A swarm of bees does show like richness, gaining luck, and everything that you do. Bees flying around also tell you that you're gonna have a lot of luck when it comes to overcoming your difficulties. And luck is really just where preparation meets opportunity. So again, it's like your readiness is gonna meet an opportunity, right? Things that you've been prepared for. And there's something around, I'm hearing like you wouldn't have received anything that you were not already prepared for. So there's something about you've already been prepared for this. Feelings of being overwhelmed usually are going to be bubbling to the surface too. Maybe this is about what's been leading to this build up. Maybe things have been building up for you to be able to proceed forward, right? That's almost what it gives me. Outdoor pause, all about life is going to be easier in the future, right? With more change down the space-time continuum. It shows social transformations, and it foretells like major changes that will occur in your life soon. And it could show like, again, 11th house energy, so this is like where opportunities come in. This could be on social media for some of you, but it's about star card energy, so your internal wishes and desires being reciprocated in the external realm, especially as you honor your healing journey and remove anyone that was supposed to be, I'm hearing, with that old identity, that unhealed version of yourself. Some people are only supposed to be with that version, and again, as you break free from that old archetypal mold, you also need to release the attachments to that version of self. And it does show like good business ahead for you guys, or like your professional life. That's going to be there was a specific word that was coming through, just like booming with whatever it is, blooming. Okay, it's going to be blooming like a flower. And this shows you that you're a magnet for abundance, but an abundance in all things. Okay, so the greater the contrast, okay, the more basically the more abundance that you guys have when it comes to positive things, the more contrast you're also going to be able to experience. So it's knowing that as you cast your net out wider, I'm hearing, and more eyes on you, there's still going to be even more eyes that are going to, I'm hearing, level out that, okay, because this is all about balance and duality, who are going to seek to test your determination or your willpower. I'm hearing seek to test your character in some way. So there's something about moving forward in a really honorable way and just being able to hold space for everybody that may not be able to do that for themselves right now, okay? And it shows like you weren't even stung once by this either, like even though there was a swarm of bees. So it shows things that you could have stung you in the past, you're no longer going to be affected by. So I feel like you're just going to be unaffected by, just, I'm hearing like people that may try to call you out on the battlefield, you know, again, that just have no business being there. Because I'm hearing like some people are not even going to be like willing to even do the things that you've done in order to get to where it is you're going, or even where you are now, okay? But they're still going to feel entitled to that, okay? So there's something around that. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and open up with this reading. And let's go ahead and take a look at what this new lifeline is. Let's go ahead and open up with the oracle first. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're well. And I'm glad that you enjoy the longer reads, because so do I. So let's see. I think this is definitely going to be a hefty one. Let's see. We have journey, so you guys are embarking on some type of new journey. Again, it does show like a relocation of some kind. Blossoming abundance, again, it's like you're stepping into a new atmosphere. And again, everyone's like, where did you come from type of energy. Yeah, I just landed and it's like from another planet. So you guys are like integrating, again, like higher time dimensions, all right? Fractals of self-existing and higher, I'm hearing like frequency hotspot. You know, like a hotspot is when you connect. There's something around like you're connected, right? It's like you've anchored your higher self into your physical body. I'm seeing a dragonfly by the outside pool right now. So again, this is a dance of transformation and change that's going to be happening in your life, because your purpose is guiding everything that you do. All right, let's go ahead and read this. So this is super interesting. So 2 shows movement, relocation, and travel. Pack your bags. The journey card foretells an upcoming travel or shift in location. It may be as simple as a vacation, a retreat, a class, or even a work-related trip. This card also signifies a move in residence or a job relocation. The upright position indicates that the plans should go off without a hitch. Still be clear about your motivations and mindful of logistics. All of life is a journey, and this card is telling you that you have some exciting and inspiring adventures ahead. So again, there's something around like a huge adventure that you guys are embarking on, and I'm hearing like the best way to show it is to do it. All right, so there's something about like a new adventure course for you, and I'm just getting like a huge relocation, okay? It doesn't have to be like physically, but there's something around like a new atmosphere that you're entering into, or like a new environment. Like I'm hearing like new territory, right? So it's like you're entering into like some kind of new next level. And I'm seeing a yellow butterfly right now. So yellow butterflies in my Kipper deck are basically about, where is my Kipper deck? They're basically about, here it is. Yeah, we have even sudden wealth here too. It's about a new pathway. So a new pathway opens up for you guys, right? A new lifeline, and it holds a rebirth, right? It's about, yellow butterflies are about transformation, renewal. And what's interesting too is that in my spirit animal deck, there's a butterfly on here, and the butterfly is yellow too. Here it is. Be ready to transform with wisdom. So again, it's your wisdom that's going to lead to like major transformations here in your life. So that's really significant. So let's go ahead and read this to you with butterfly, archangel Premierk there. Okay, so this talks about, again, originate from Orion, fifth dimensional insects and messengers of the angels. Okay, so it basically talks about you're being reminded of how loved you are. Okay, so I feel like, again, people are going to love you and the things that you're doing. This is a metamorphosis from an egg to a caterpillar and a cocoon where they spread their wings. So again, it's like basically this indicates massive spiritual growth that's happening for you, and you're realizing that you can't stick wings on caterpillars and expect them to fly. So a lot of you are having to accept that. Their service mission is to pollinate through a lesser degree than bees. So this is so interesting. It's almost like this shows me that something that you do is going to like take off, but it gives me an energy of like less is more. Like there's something that you're being called to do, and again, what it is that you've been carrying is now going to carry you forward. So what I'm seeing is like a caterpillar going through a rite of passage, right? Going through its like sovereign journey, putting itself in its own cocoon, right? In this chrysalis that it has to break free from. So this could be like an internal metamorphosis that now changes the way that you experience your external reality. And again, it's like you've just landed in another atmosphere because now you're operating from a higher level, right? That's almost what it gives me. Like you're now able to fly, and butterflies can't see their own wings. So I feel like this is something that you're not even aware of externally in regards to just how you've transformed even on the outside. Because again, with first house energy, it could be like your aesthetic, it could be your appearance in some way, and just the energy that you carry, but the way that others see you has completely changed. You know, that's what it is. Like people see you and they may be intimidated and they may want your wings, but they're not willing to do that internal shadow work to get there. That's what I'm seeing here, which is super, super interesting. And now that internal work that you've done and all those responsibilities that you carried in regards to your own sovereign journey are now going to carry you forward. So now you get to pollinate, but at a lesser degree. So there's something about you're going to be able to now think smarter instead of work harder in this next chapter. So yeah, this is a time of profound transformation. You're ready to emerge from your cocoon. Do not rush this. You need a phase of relaxation and calm before you spread your wings. Use this period for a life review to help you decide what you want to change, or remember that the process is inevitable. You will emerge as a different spiritual person. See the world through eyes of expectation and do everything with a new joy and lightness. Yeah, this is super interesting. Stay in harmony and peace. Remember, you are a beloved child of the universe, and that wondrous possibilities are becoming available to you. You will be protected and supported as you explore the new. You are an emissary for angels, carrying angel light in your energy fields. People will see and sense an inner beauty and respond to you with love and happiness. This is super interesting. Wow. So yeah, that's super interesting. Okay. Yeah, so it's like we're going through a review. Yeah, a time of transformation. All right, let's see. And this is as you anchor ether into matter here. Regeneration. Okay, this is beautiful. So you're literally making room for the new with this energy. Regeneration talks about yeah, like shedding your leaves, right? It's like shedding your leaves for a new season, and whatever it is that you're releasing is going to be replaced by something even better. Okay, let's see. 46. It's beautiful energy. So rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Second chances are becoming available to you right now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now being revived in a more authentic and stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life, right? Literally step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. So what happens when it appears that you failed at something? Do you see the beauty and the lesson? The understanding that arises from difficulties is the seed that lies dormant for a time. Then once it germinates in your subconscious, it pushes through into your awareness. It's becoming apparent that there's a new you, a new start, a more powerful version and form of what you began to plant in the garden of your imagination has surfaced. You are ripe for success. New opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. So there's almost like, you know, again, like literally God hands you like a new lifeline. Now is one of those times when out of seeming loss and failure comes remarkable abundance. Do not dwell on the past because you're already experiencing a rebirth. So this is not the end. This is not a destruction. This is your rebirth. That's what it gives me. And your current situation is definitely not your final destination. That's definitely what it gives me as well. Okay, let's get a shaman's dream oracle message to oh my god. Whoa, that went flying. Whatever it is, there's a sacred contract, sacred covenant. So something's being updated in regards to your soul contracts here. Let's see. Diving into a task is saying that there's new jewels that await you, and what's calling you now is not to stay on the surface, to stay in a territory that you guys are familiar with. There's something that's being upgraded in regards to your life experience. I'm seeing like a last minute upgrade on like a plane. So planes are about literally your aspirations, right? And flying off into new territory and higher heights. So there's something about like a last minute upgrade that's coming towards you. Right, let's see. So 10, it talks about embracing a risk during diving into a task, new discoveries. So again, there's something new that calls for you right now. It talks about the deep diver invites you to plunge with him. You can't see the bottom, but you must swim into the dark depths to find the mystery that eludes you now. You know where the pearl lies underneath the ancient sand. You're called to look beyond the surface for the answer. And let your intuition propel you into the water. Allow your memories to swirl you around and emotions too as well as you face the unknown. Your curiosity will be your greatest guide. So again, that's like that's what happened with like Neo, right? In the Matrix, and also this is like your neocortex, right? And also your Wonderland energy. So there's something about the white rabbit that calls you now, and again, her curiosity led to her discovering Wonderland. And again, Wonderland was like a wormhole, and she had this time dilation bubble, and she experienced so much in such a small amount of time. And everybody, and it's like it happens in an instant. So people are going to see you like quantum jump, quantum leap, but I feel like they're going to see you, they're going to like witness instantaneous acceleration, right? What seems like it just appears out of the blue for you. But for you, it's like you experience so much in that. I'm hearing like it feels like a whole lifetime. Okay, so there's something about you having like many lifetimes within like one incarnation. That's what it gives me. So your curiosity will be your greatest guide. You'll surely discover something wondrous to bring back to everyone who's waiting at the shore, but only you will know the value of your discovery. Are you willing to do the work, dive in, make the commitment, and see it through? You'll be amazed. Yeah, there's something around that, because I'm seeing like you don't even know the half of it, right? Like you don't even know the half of it. That's what it gives me. Everything it's all the work that's been done in the background, all the work that's been unseen, again, unheard of. I'm hearing like even unreleased. So there could be things that like are unreleased here. Right, let's go and take a look at one of these oracles too. Numerian seed codes. So embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. All right, and halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. So this is the halls of a mentee. So you guys are definitely being guided by a higher power during this time. Let's go ahead and see Numerian seed codes. And also this is about the pineal gland being fully developed. So with the Numerian seed codes, there could be something about the magnetite crystal in your brain, right? So you guys could have definitely been growing more grey matter within the brain. Again, that dragonfly is there, so that's led to some kind of internal transformation and change. And also dragonflies go through their own metamorphosis process, but it begins in the water. So again, it's almost like your intuitive abilities have really I'm hearing reached like a climax, right? They're reaching like a high culmination, right? It's like you're gonna see just how powerful you've been through many incarnations and how many have wanted to harness that power. That's what it gives me. Okay, So let's see. You're a highly sensitive being. You might feel that this is a curse, right? But this card is here to let you know that it is a gift. It indicates that you have spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world from seeing the real you. Wow. But you are highly a unique soul with incredible gifts that are worth sharing. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many others embrace their own. This lifetime is a more graceful existence with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrender and revealing your true self. So again, it's less defense and more trust. There's literally no use for your sword now. There's something about your truth is your sword. That's the only sword that you need, right? Like living your truth and living your authenticity. Yeah, which is super interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and so there's a spider. Okay, let's see. I want to take a look at and again, spiders are also about, whoa, what did I spell it on? The last cloak and sovereignty. Wow. So again, a lot of you, this is like the last culmination. This is like the last, I'm hearing like Dance with the Devil. This is like, I'm hearing this is the end. Like it ends with you. Okay, there's something about it ends in this carnation. It ends in this incarnation. Especially for your ancestors, like you're doing something that they weren't able to do. So your ancestors are able to express themselves and continue to express themselves fully through you. And through your own ascension, your ancestors are also ascending through you. So there's something around that, like you are literally stepping into your sovereignty, and the last cloak is almost like it ends with you, and it ends now. That's what I'm seeing. Wow. And there's something about like a rest point, like you can rest now, child. You can rest now because the dragonfly is like sitting at the edge of the pool now. It's like resting its wings. Yeah, we have cosmic circles. So this is like crop circles. So this is like highly energetic points that are coming in. Yeah, this is super interesting. Wow. You know what this looks like? We did a meditation talking about everyone that you see, everyone that meets you sees your higher self in physical form, and like you are so powerful, you're literally out of this world, especially when it comes to your gifts and abilities that you've like brought to earth through like your parallel lives. There's something around with cosmic circles. It reminds me of how we did like a celestial circle. Okay, there was like a celestial sacred star family circle that we did, and you guys were able to kind of integrate. And it's so funny, we're talking about a Lemurian crystal and also like a clear quartz crystal that you charged to access your multidimensional DNA. So there's something about recovering again past life memories, even in other planetary star systems. So there's something about again knowing that you've been seeded onto this planet for like a very specific intention. All right, let's see. So cosmic circles, let's go ahead and read some of this. So this talks about creating space, embracing unlimited possibilities, cycle of light family, sacred geometry. So beyond rigid linear thoughts, you are accessing multidimensional circles and realizing your healing abilities. Cosmic circles show you a new way of problem solving and receiving divine love and information. So it's almost like, again, you guys are anchoring in higher levels of awareness, and you're able to integrate that, and that's illuminating the way that you should be able to navigate these experiences on earth. That's almost what it gives me, and overcome any kind of like what appears to be a blockage. This arrives at like a critical junction in your life. And again, you're connecting to your light body, which is super interesting. Planets orbit in sacred circles around stars, and stars follow greater circles around the center of the galaxy. Again, a macroscopic lens. Okay, so you're connecting to your cosmic family, such as the Pleiadians, Sirians, and Arcturians during this time. That's what comes up. But yeah, it's like you guys, basically there's galactic interest in your mission here on Earth, and you're being supported in all realms. Especially with Rainbow Child, it usually talks about somebody with like some kind of innate gift, okay? Innate gift. Yeah, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries, right? This is about depletion of your life force, starseed, what lights you up. We have portal. So yeah, literally a new portal opens up for you. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. Okay, so again, high risk, high reward. Again, a lot of you removing yourself from situations and circumstances that you feel like just leave you with diminishing returns in one way or another. Courageous, peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So this could be like more than one area of your life, okay, when it comes to your chosen field, but there's something about allowing your unique nature, and I'm hearing unique blend to be seen. Unique blend. And also with what lights you up, you have Saturn and Jupiter here, which usually shows like major expansion that will be coming towards you after releasing yourself from any kind of like limitations, right? Let's see. We'll just get one tarot card and clarify. Six of Pentacles. There's something about karmic credit that's coming towards you, right? Some kind of energy exchange. Again, after a Six of Swords energy, so after a sacrificial, a sacrifice that you guys made. It's like this comes at a cost, but you're going to be, I'm hearing, highly rewarded for this. Yeah, Knight of Cups here, and then also Ace of Cups. So you guys are acting on your highest excitement. This is about acting on your dreams, okay? Taking inspired action towards a new beginning. This could be a creative opportunity that brings you some type of emotional fulfillment. Using any kind of destabilization as a catalyst for your greatest transformation in your life with the Tower. Anything that's not supposed to be for you is literally being cleared away from your experience, I'm hearing. Certain people also being taken out of your energy field just because you're no longer in resonance in any way. But there's something about with the Tower right before a level up happens. It's like you're on the verge of a breakthrough, and right before a level up happens, you face the most amount of resistance. That's how you know it's your next level, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be your next level. Okay, so there's something about just exercising, I'm hearing like patience. But yeah, you are going to be rewarded. This is like clearing that stagnant energy, and it's almost like, again, even the windows of the Tower kind of like breaking. Yeah, we have despair and bad health here with Courthouse. You guys are definitely making a decision when it comes to just what basically depletes your life force or reduces your quality of life, okay? Yeah, we have official person, so this could be like an official decision with high honor. It's like you're taking back, I'm hearing, your power. You could be calling your life force back to you. Again, this leads to major high levels of establishment within your career and other life goals that you've set for yourself. There also could be people in higher society that are going to notice the things that you do with occupation, right? This is about your public image, your reputation, your status. But you guys are stepping into like an official position here, especially with marriage. There could be new contracts that are coming in, but there's going to be a lot of eyes on you, okay? That's also what's happening. There's going to be a lot of eyes on you. Yeah, I'm gonna love any of you guys right there. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, want to stick around for futuries, do consider subscribing. It's gonna be like right over here. Other corresponding readings are also gonna be about, as well as the description box down below. Personal reads are also down below, but until next time, bye.